Welcome back to Talking Talent with TaRita, Strategic Interviewing Part 3. This session, we're going to talk about offers and negotiation. And so when you have this candidate and you know that this is your top candidate, this is the point where you are making that offer. What I like to do is maybe have that hiring manager make the soft offer and then have the HR representative follow up with all of the details around benefits and the training and the onboarding and all of those things. But in addition to that, you want to make sure that you are ready and prepared to negotiate that offer. So depending on what the job is, so for some positions, if it's entry level, there may be no negotiation. The job is what it is, the offer is what it is. But if it's your more seasoned hire, you're looking at that entire compensation range, and usually you're trying to fall right into the middle of that range, but you want to be ready to give them a little bit of bump so that that candidate feels like, hey, I feel like I'm really worth it here, but you were prepared ahead of time. So for instance, if you're offering 90,000, then you're prepared to go up to 95K depending on what that candidate has told you. And remember, as you've been going through this entire interview process, I used to tell my recruiters all the time, you want to make sure that you're closing the deal. So by the time you get to the offer, you know that that candidate is going to say yes or not, because at the very beginning of the interview process, you already talked about salary and expectations, and you have kept this candidate warm the entire time. So we shouldn't get to the end of the offer and they say no. And so I want you to think about, what does that negotiation process look like for you? If salary is not something that you can negotiate, can you negotiate extra vacation time? What about professional development? Are you doing tuition or some portion of tuition or certification? So think about the entire compensation and think about your culture, which you should have shown throughout the entire interview process as they have met different people at your organization. Each person carries an element of that culture. That's why it's so important that you have the right people on your interview team. Get the folks out that are negative Nellies, that are disgruntled at work. They're not going to make it, and they're going to represent your organization the wrong way. So when you get to this offer, when you get to negotiation, you want that candidate walking away feel like, this company really values me and I want to be here. Thank you, and look forward to seeing you again in the future.